Hi guys, I'm Jiaoying Summers. This episode of Tiger Milk Podcast is very, very special because I've had a lot of powerful, beautiful, talented Asian entertainers that are women on the show. But now, are you ready for the superstar? The man who's representing sexy Asian men, sexy, strong Asian men on TV, on film, everywhere. Are ready for the very handsome, very talented Rich Ting.
Hello. Well,
Yes.
Okay, for that intro, first you just told me like we're just gonna talk. You didn't say all like this sexy that I'm representing.
Yeah, you are
like,
representing sexy Asian men. I'm so happy.
I'm representing myself.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's a lot. That's a.
I'm a lot.
I know, but you just set my bar kind of high with that intro, so I'm a little.
Yeah, but you are rich, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, it's I love sharing your stuff to my girlfriends with yellow fever or like who never did Asian men.
Oh,
because I have a lot of community like I never did Asian men. I think Chelsea Handler did a lot of damage.
Oh, okay.
She was on her show. She's like making fun of Asian men. Then she ended up fucking one. I'm like,
right.
You end up dating one, right? Like,
well, of course I meet you now. Now that I'm married. Right?
I know.
I needed you. I needed you a long time ago.
Yeah. Now you're married to a beautiful, beautiful lady with 2 dogs, 2 Maltese.
My two Maltese. Are 2 kids.
So when did you get married?
I got married about 6 years ago.
Wow.
So, a little late for me. Like I said, I could have used you 7 years ago.
Yeah.
You could have helped me out a lot. So.
You look young. Are you in your early 30s?
I look young. You look like you're in your 20s. I feel like I'm, like.
I'm happy I look young.
Yeah. 100%.
I can be bitchy.
Yeah.
When you look good, you can be bitchy.
You get away with everything.
Yeah,
right?
If you look ugly, you have to be nice.
Right. True that.
Yeah.
True that.
So I am so fascinated about your career and
thank you.
And all the great things happening. So we have a very small circle in the elite circle of the great people of Asian descent. You know, like everybody knows everyone, and everybody loves Rich. Yeah. I mean, I had Shannon Lee on my podcast.
Oh, fantastic!
Last year.
Great.
And I mean, obviously, everybody loves you, and I wanted to. We are obviously going to talk about Warriors, but I want to talk about the very beginning of. I know you were not in acting. You got into acting. You were in a different like. I
was in life. I was dealing with life.
You were a business.
So I think the only thing, I'm 4th generation Asian American, so. A lot of the Asian culture wasn't really present growing up as a kid in my household, and but the one thing I think was kind of stereotypical Asian was the fact that I needed to pursue something legitimate, meaning legitimate. Medicine, law, finance, right? Whatever business, whatever that may be, and that's kind of where I started. My dad's a sports orthopedic surgeon, so
wow,
I'm the eldest.
The bar's high.
So yeah, exactly.
If you are a doctor, you're just not a loser.
I mean,
yeah, right. Like
supposedly,
you have to own the whole practice,
right? Yeah,
you should be like as you like United Healthcare CEO.
Yeah, so technically, I'm still a loser. You know what I mean? Because I never went that way. So.
But then they will be like, your dad will be like bragging about you are on TV, but when you come home, like, you mean nothing to me, son.
Right.
Like, my son is on TV.
I feel like you know my family so well.
I know, right? Is that about accurate?
Yeah. You know what's cool is now everybody's on board. You know what I mean? But I think we all share that common history. Coming up, quote unquote Asian, right? And I think here's the thing. I now that I'm more mature and I'm older and I'm hopefully wiser, I just think that's just a product of love. Like our parents want us to have job security. They invest in us when we're young, and they want to see us live comfortably, right? So. But then again, one thing my dad always taught me was like, you got to do what you love. And so it kind of backfired a little bit because I started loving other things, right? And then he didn't really like those things I started to love. So, but long story short, yeah, you're right. Went into law, went into business, got both of those degrees.
Wow.
And I just kept running into the entertainment like cul-de-sac.
Well, you also look like this, though. I mean, people just want to cast you when you're on the street. Like, hey,
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It was just, I was just trying to go out on the weekends. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, let's be real. Like,
living my life.
Yeah, it was. I was working a 9 to 5 Monday to Friday, and Friday night we're going out. So I gotta,
in make San Francisco?
San Francisco, beautiful. LA, Honolulu, New York. I mean, it was kind of everywhere. So. I was spoiled just because I had a lot of opportunities to just kind of enjoy life, right? And then when this craft thing came up and I started getting opportunities and offers to pursue the entertainment, I thought it's now or never,
Yeah.
Luckily, I have friends that are older who I've learned from. who are very successful, very professional. And they were like, dude, do it now. Don't wait till you're older. Do it now. And already I was kind of late because, I'm not a child actor. I didn't get into it like in college. I was studying the craft, but like we're talking post grad school, like I'm going to have a career in law and business. And then I'm like, let's try this, so very fortunate to be sitting here right now doing what I'm doing.
I feel like your background in law and business kind of helps with your entertainment because you are an artist, but at the same time, it's a business and you are going to put in the effort and I just feel like you work harder. When you can become a lawyer, you know what the shit you have to do.
Right.
Yeah, you're just going to fucking do it all the way. Then be like, get emotional. Like, oh, it's not emotional. Let's just do it.
No, that's your 100%. You know, what I always say is what we do in front of the camera is a job, right? And so if you didn't go to class in college, if you didn't graduate from high school, if you didn't take the test and pass, if you didn't show up, you can't do what we're doing. Yeah. Because we have to do the same stuff. Yeah. So our job, even though we're, like I said, we're in the limelight, we're in front of the camera, people see us, we have audiences, we have fans. It's the same kind of job as anyone else. Yeah. You got to be accountable. You got to, you're hilarious, but I respect your work ethic. You know what I mean? People just think like you just wake up and you do it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And maybe you do, I don't know. But the thing is you're traveling, you're preparing, you know what I mean? You're time managing, like all these things. It's not, you have to be accountable, So when you say, it's not just law and business, everything has helped me pursue the craft.
I think so. I think it's just also being Asian too. You're just a perfectionist, and that's the pursuit of art, especially at craft acting. Is that like the best of the best? They are the most humble ones. Like Meryl Streep, she would do a thing. She'd be like, "Oh, I could have done better," They'd be like, "What? What?" That's I feel like because we are never enough as an Asian. How we grow up, like our parents tell you, you're never enough because being arrogant is the most disgusting, vile quality of a human. Like if you're arrogant, you're just gonna go backwards.
Exactly.
Just like decay and ruin yourself. So I think like we never feel enough, so we keep working harder.
Exactly.
To make sure things are better. Also, as a business person, I feel like for you, when you do a movie, I feel like you're gonna give it all because you're a businessman and you're like, this is a business. People spend the money to produce a movie, and we have to sell tickets to make it great. Right. That's what I think. But a lot of artists, like when they are competing, doing a club, they're like, you're lucky to have me. They sell 2 tickets and they want this in the green room, and they are bitchy. They think they're the star. And I go, no, you're nothing. You have to put the bus on the seat. Those people are paying rent. Right. Like you are just a clown. Like we go on stage, we entertain. Like we have to make sure we're as funny as we can be. People drove hours come to see. Exactly. Sometimes people fly come to see me, and I learned to do it. Is like I felt like when you are a doctor, you are a lawyer, you are you are just like a serious job. You go to you're a surgeon. You don't have you don't have like 2 whiskeys before you open the heart because like let's just like let's do this. Show. Like the show's gonna start. But things like same with acting, and I feel like. With comedy, like when I get on stage, I feel like if I drink 2 before I go on stage, my mind is not as sharp. Like people not seeing what they pay for. Right, exactly. I'm slow. Right. Like, I want to be like as fast as I can. So I really don't drink before I go on stage. I just want to make sure I'm as fast as I can in my mind. Right. It's very hard though because I work at a bar. Like every club is a bar. Like the green room has a mini bar. Right. And before the show, there's the pre-show drink. Right. In the middle is like the middle drink. And after show is the after party celebration. Right. If you really like just let it go, I'll be drinking nonstop. Right. So I just realized like, oh, I'm a small woman. Like I 2 drink, I'm good. 3 drink, I'm just gonna start crying. I'm a sad drunk. Yeah. When I'm drunk, it's depressant. Okay. Make everything worse. Right. I'm like, I look so pretty. Those tears. Oh my God, they're so big. Why, God? Why? I want to be known for my intelligence. Yeah. No. You are. You have the whole package. You have the whole package. Because here's the thing. I've listened to your material for years. You know what I mean? And it's funny because it's true. Right? So you don't, it's intelligent comedy. The way you deliver it, though, is just in a different way. Right? But like all your material, that's the one thing I love about comedians. If you are really funny, I believe you're very intelligent. Because you have to find a way to connect to everyone. You know what I mean? You can't just be like, okay, I want to connect to these 2 people. Yes. You may do crowd work and focus on these 2, but you're making that guy in the back
like spill his drink and laugh.
I
right?
love that.
So,
I love that.
so respect to you. You know what I mean? Because
thank you.
I don't know how you guys, meaning all of you, men and women in the comedy world, repeat sets.
Yeah.
As if it's the first time.
Yes.
That's insane to me. Like I'll do an interview, I'll do a keynote, and I'm saying similar material, but I have to present it as this is the first time, right? And you guys do it nightly, sometimes multiple times a night, right?
Sometimes twice a night.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Like
for the long side, if it's a 1 hour show, people like you are in the city, they never seen it before.
Right.
They are paying to see the 1 hour. It's like they are watching a Taylor Swift concert. They don't want the song you just wrote.
right.
What is that song?
Right.
They want to. All the classics, old stuff. But also music is different because comedy, I think, it's just the vibe is different. But 1 hour special before it's out, you tour the country with it. Once it's out, you can can it. Before it's out, you just because it's fine tuning it.
Right.
It's like it's never. I feel like my jokes like they are the same, but how I deliver it when I find out it can be better or something fell flat, I just felt like we need to work on it. This is not okay. We can't. It's like an ugly baby. Let's get a nose job for you.
Just
money.
tweak it.
Tweak it a little bit. Yeah. You can still be Chinese, but you can be better.
You can be different Chinese.
Yeah, different. Like
you can be better Chinese.
You can be Singaporean.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I love, but also too your style. The speed at which you deliver.
I should speak slower.
No,
mine
it's
is so
you.
fast. My mind is so fast. I can't stop.
Respect, because I listen to you and I'm like, some comics like their situation or their style is there's a lot of space.
Yeah,
right.
They need to think.
Right, and with you just go.
I don't know what I'm saying. I have no idea what's coming off my mouth.
That's called talent. That's called talent, intelligence, and you deliver it in a way that reaches.
Mom can hear it.
Reaches millions.
Can hear what you said.
I know you're okay. First of all, we just talked about it. I thought that was your sister. Literally,
I mean, she.
I see where you get it from.
Well, my father is actually the good-looking one. She's.
Wow.
My dad is handsome.
Wow.
He's drunk somewhere, but he's very handsome.
That's great.
He stopped drinking now. He's like, he just doesn't want to bring shame to me.
Got it.
I'm a bit more famous now. He's like, I don't want to be the dad who's drunk.
Okay.
I want to be the good dad. I'm like a dad. You are most of my materials. You are drunk. It's okay. You can whatever.
Oh, that's great. I love that. No, but again, respect to you.
Thank you.
I do a scene. We can cut. We can edit.
Yeah.
I can go. Hey, I need to do that again.
Yeah.
You're live.
And the thing is like when you are not funny, that's what people remember.
Right.
When you are funny, like that's what she do. But one time you fuck up, people remember that forever. Like, oh, she really sucked.
Exactly.
She's an influencer. She's not a real comedian. Like that's why I'm representing, because people don't think women are funny. They don't think Asian women are funny.
Right.
So I'm representing us.
Right.
I want to make sure every time I get on a show, I'm funnier than the one before me. I'm funnier than the one after me.
Right.
Just to be considered okay to be in the same room with those people.
Right.
Because it just, that racism and the sexism is all over the place. But what we can do is that we can be the best we can, and that we can get in the room and we can change the game.
Right.
And that's all about what you're doing and Shannon Lee is doing.
Right. I mean, I think I saw an interview you did where you made the distinction between, is it hard for a female comedian? And you said it's hard for comedians.
Exactly.
Period. It doesn't matter if we're men or women.
Yeah.
The comedy game is crazy and it's crazy difficult. So I love that distinction, because as much as people like to, oh, she's a female comedian, he's a male comedian, and then they throw in the ethnicities. Like, let's just get back to the root, which is being a comic that has great delivery, that has great interaction. That's the goal, which is super difficult.
It's very difficult.
So it's like anything else. When you make it look easy, that means you're an expert at it because you're so comfortable, and it just, like I said, your speed is insane.
So fast. I need to I don't know what's wrong. I can't stop
nothing's wrong. It's fantastic.
I don't know what's gonna come out of my mouth. To be honest.
That's why people go.
Hopefully they are funny every time. But
oh my God.
I can't. I don't. It just.
No, you have me crying on all your I love your TikToks and your social media because, you give enough, but I want more. So I'm doing this at home when I'm watching, and it's great. So.
I think at that time at the Asia Society, I was sitting next to Lisa Ling, and then she was sitting next to my mom. She was so sweet. My mom is the only person who don't speak English. And Lisa was like, 你想吃鱼吗? Do you want fish?
Right.
And she was giving my mom the fish, and Lisa was giving my mom a double entree. I'm like,
no, Lisa's sweet.
She's so sweet.
She's the best.
And she goes, I will never forgive you because you wrote my name, Lisa, beautiful but stupid. So my daughter shows me this every day. Now she has something on me. It was so cute to have somebody who's so iconic and to know that I make her laugh and her daughter used my video against her. Just make me feel so happy.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised, and I'll just say it. I know you've done that to millions of people. So,
thank you.
And that's the cool thing about what you do, what I do. We reach people, especially with all these social media platforms and this access. You know, because when I was growing up, we didn't have this access. You know, it's called you put that VHS in, right, and you push play, and that's all the access.
Also,
you get.
Are probably like you have to really study not a lot of entertainment in the Asian household. Your father is a doctor.
I mean, it was. You know what's funny about that? Actually, our household was very athletic focused. You know, my parents were so Americanized that I always say, you know, they looked at us and my brothers and I, and they're like, you know, you're going to get A's. That's a given. We're going to focus on other things, you know, where I thought a lot of other Asian families, they focus literally on the academics or on the second language or on the music kind of thing. And so growing up, it was literally like sports was king, you know, football, basketball, track, martial arts. And that's another thing I bring to the craft. You know, I bring that team mentality, which I want so badly in every production because, you know, as you know, we live very solo lives in this entertainment world. You know, we don't wake up and we don't go to practice with a team. You know, we don't have people to lean on, so to speak. Like
yes, we do hang out together in the rehab though.
Right. right. Whatever that rehab may be, right? Yeah. No, that is so true. That's funny. But that's the thing I miss. You know, I miss that team camaraderie. I miss you know, when you have a bad day, someone else steps up. You know, we don't. It's if you have a bad set, you're done.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You can't look to someone else and be like, hey, can you help me?
Yeah,
right now?
I always say like being a comedian on stage is like, you know, you're on stage when you're bombing. There's no dicks on flying and save your life. You can't fuck your way to the top to be funny. Like you just can't do it. You can fuck your way to the middle.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't. You can't really do it. Do you feel like it's really amazing, like being because we always say like as an actor, your body is an instrument, you know.
Right.
Do you feel like your training in martial arts and sports made you a better actor because you know your body better? Because you're acting, you have access to your whole body. Because that's the real acting.
Right.
Some people like they do the line. It's not about like our whole body act to a situation, like you know.
No, definitely. That's everything I've done in my life has come together.
You to this moment.
Right. There are all these tools, you know, is what I call it. And I have them in my pockets, you know, and the thing that, you know, I like about the craft that I pull from law school, especially, is that, you know, law school, for those people that don't know, it's all about hypotheticals, right? So you can know the black letter law, right? So you know the facts, you know what this, but then the test comes when they give you a hypothetical that is a mixture of all these different issues, right? So now it's not just like 1 + 1 is 2. You got to take into account, well, I know the law, but I also know that these different judges and these different jurisdictions rule differently. And how can I make all this work so that my client, whether it's plaintiff or defendant, can win, right? I bring that mentality to the screen, to the acting. I don't know you. We show up on the first day of filming. I know my lines. I know where this scene's supposed to go. I don't know where you're going to take me though, right? So it's that same mentality where you got to know it so well that if you all of a sudden decide to go left, I go left with you, you know, but then we find our way back on the main road eventually.
Yeah, because you want to make sure OJ is freed from prison.
Right.
You want to make sure OJ is not guilty.
Right.
Yeah, you have to maneuver.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Be on the same, because you have to be on the same ride.
Right. And that's what I love about the craft.
I love how you connected together. It really is, because it's all about, I think, I studied with Howard Fine.
Okay.
So he always say that his method acting is amazing, but using your past pain to access them. But the power of imagination is even more powerful.
Right.
So combine them together is the best acting.
Right.
So for you to access, you know, your memories and trauma, whatever it is, but like also the imagination is boundless. You can go anywhere visit.
No, and I think
100%.
Yeah. And I also think it's about flexibility, metaphorically and literally. You know, now in the martial arts world, it's MMA, it's mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
So if you know one specialty, if you know Taekwondo, for example, you can't just stick with that and be like, this is all I know, or kung fu. You stick with that.
Mm-hmm.
When the fight choreographies, in the movie business now,
mm-hmm.
It's a collaboration of different styles, like we watch on the UFC. You're a grappler, you're a striker, ground game, stand up game, whatever it may be. And so I take that same approach with the craft. So that's why I bring that physicality from before, and I like to use, I don't like to. I'd like to now, but as a kid growing up, all the coaches would always, basically yell at me and be like, just be an athlete. Just get it done. You know what I mean? Don't give me an excuse. Be an athlete, get it done. And that's what I bring to my acting craft, which is like, a lot of us have reputations for, being very particular. At the end of the day, be an athlete.
Yeah.
Get the scene done.
Yeah.
Be a team player.
Yeah.
Work with your scene partners. Work with the director. Work with these producers, and let's get it done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, great question, because I bring everything together. It's not one element of my past, which is why I'm so grateful for everything I've been through.
Yeah, I feel like I think method acting is great, but it really accesses the pain that is real to you, and sometimes it's unhealthy for actors to come out from it. Right. You can see a lot of actors who did the method acting who has to really go to the dark side, explore the darkness. They can't get out of it.
Right.
That's why I feel like using more imagination to combine with it, because it doesn't hurt you if you imagine, your family got murdered. It hurts, but it's imagination. But if you actually access to something, when your dog died, when your relative died, you had to go there.
Right.
I mean, a lot of great actors do method acting. I think Heath Ledger, he never.
Oh yeah, he's kind
Heath
of
Ledger, right? He never got back from it. Did you think he just got into depression after?
I mean, I just had access to what all the fans had access to regarding what was posted and stuff like that. But I know he definitely, fantastic actor, fantastic.
I remember nobody wanted him to play the Joker. They thought he was too pretty.
He is, yeah.
He was very pretty.
Handsome guy.
Yeah.
But I agree, and again, whether it's method or whatever your training background is, it's like
get it done.
It's get it done, but it's like diet, right?
Yeah.
It's like don't starve, don't binge.
Yeah.
Enjoy food.
Yeah.
But let's just bring in a bunch of different ways. You know what I mean? So
with your own
exactly. So with the craft, I always think the medium is the best, right? So if you have imagination, if you have real life experience, my whole thing is, I've come up on the foundation of being able to enter and exit. Right. Yeah. So if you get in too deep but you can't exit, then that's not good.
That's bad.
It's very bad. At the same time, if you can't even enter, that's a lot of problems, right?
Well,
So I mean, that's where again you need to be able to do the job, and like to say, go home.
Go home,
right?
And be a human.
Exactly.
So do you feel like sometimes you come home that a thing has affected you, that your wife's like, honey, are you okay? I'm fine.
I laugh because every time I come home, I am not Rich Ting the actor. I am Rich the husband. And she's like, hey, dishes? And I'm like, I was late. I swear, I'll do them right now. You know what I mean? That's what I come home to.
Yeah.
And so, the joke is, people that know us very closely, she's number one, she's the reason I'm here. Like she's my support team. She's my therapist. She's my stylist. She's my mental health coach. She's also like, will watch something randomly and be like, that was weird. Do it again. You know what I mean? And I respect that because she's not part of the industry. She's a true audience, true spectator, true civilian, right? So when I come home, I'm forced to leave all that on set. You know what I mean? Because when I get home, we have dogs. I have chores. We're both very OCD,
Both OCD?
Yeah. So she's more than me, but we're both on that same page.
My boyfriend is OCD, and I cannot find my underwear. I can't find my room key. I can't. When we're in hotels, I'm not allowed to take the room key because I'll lose it
right
every time. I don't know how it can function, but I think. Do you think it's challenging when somebody is so messy and somebody is OCD?
Again, I think middle is best, right?
Yeah.
Even though I know already, naturally, before I met my wife, I'm more on the extreme side of being OCD. And
so she's worse than you? OCD?
I'm not going to say she's worse. She's better than me.
She's better than you.
I don't like the word worse.
Oh my God, you want a blowjob tonight. You're planning for the future. You're like, I'm not going to say that. She's better than me in every way. Yeah. She's taller. Her balls are bigger. And she's tougher. Her calves are bigger than mine. She can lift. She can do things. I love that.
But
You are so well
she's
trained.
great.
That's hilarious.
Oh no,
You are
I
so
am well trained. I
I
will
love
tell you that.
The well trained man is a man who's get the best. Yeah. So I feel like my boyfriend is gonna just finally understand it. But one day he was folding the laundry. He goes, I said, I want to watch and see, because he's like, oh, can you show me where the laundry? I'm like, oh, I don't do that. He goes, what? I said, I don't do laundry. I don't know how. He goes, red flag. What do you mean? I do other things. So he was folding his laundry, and he said, what are you doing? I said, I'm watching. He goes, why? I said, I want to watch and learn so I can fold the laundry. He goes, no, you never fold as good as me. I'll just fold the laundries.
Lucky girl.
Right?
Lucky girl.
Yeah, he'll fold mine too. So I think if he see how I fold it, it's gonna cause him more more anxiety.
Right.
Just probably
just let me do it.
Yeah, he'll do it, and it's just better for everyone.
Yep.
I like he's honest.
You're lucky.
You are.
Hey, if he wants to do it, let him go.
Yeah,
let him do
just fold the laundry. Yeah, that's cute.
Smart.
So how did you guys meet? So you guys met when you started acting?
No, actually, she met me. So to be honest, I never foresaw marriage in my future. Just
I love
because,
that. You're like a George Clooney.
Right.
I mean, meet the right woman.
Right. And the right woman meaning someone that could coexist in this crazy world that we both are in. We're in this entertainment. You're on the comedic side. I'm on the theatrical side, and there's a lot of intersection right there, right? At the same time, it kind of goes back to what we discussed earlier. It's about commitment, right? Like what we do may, I don't know, sometimes look easy. Like we just go out there and we just say things and people applaud it or they celebrate it. But people don't know the behind the scenes. They don't know the grind. They don't know the years it took to become an overnight person, right? And so I fell in love with the industry and the craft, and I finally found something that I quote unquote never have to retire from, just because I love it, right?
Yeah. And the beauty about it is like being a doctor, you can practice until you die. Being an actor, but being a ballerina, you have to retire.
Right.
So that's the career. You're always gonna get better. Like Morgan Freeman, watching him in his 90s.
Right. Exactly.
It's just always gonna get better. I love that.
My dream is to play a 90-year-old character when I'm 90 years old.
I love that.
Right. So, because what else am I going to be doing?
I want to do just die on stage when I'm 90. My pussy's so dry.
Oh no.
Just like be on stage. Like.
Oh yes. Well, hopefully that doesn't happen.
No, it won't. It won't.
Yeah.
I'll look young and beautiful forever.
Yes, I think you will.
I hope so.
Like no cap. But no. So like, that being said, I just was selfish in the sense where I didn't want to put someone else through the crap, literally.
Yeah, the business is very tough.
Right.
Very, very tough.
Yeah. So
it's
that's
toxic.
why
You have to be really and also sabotaging, as you are a celebrity, and being with someone who's not in the business, she will be sabotaged from people who are envious of your relationship.
Of course.
There are gonna be people telling shit about you to her, same as well.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It takes a lot for two people to stick together.
100%.
And go through it. So how did you guys meet?
We actually met in Korea. I actually was.
Oh my God! You imported your lady from Korea. That's why it works. Good luck finding one in LA.
Yeah, I mean, well, here's like that. That's a strong word, imported. But what I'll say is I invited.
You invited.
Right, and it worked out organically because she was coming back to LA. So she's born in Korea, came to the States, went back, and that's where we met. And ironically, it was on a film that I had a great 4 years in Korea, kind of in the beginning, middle of my career, and work had picked up for me back in Hollywood. So my team was kind of, favoring me to stay in the U.S. But
the dollar is stronger.
What was that?
The dollar is stronger. I mean, your team probably are all Jewish, so they know what they're doing.
Right.
All my team are Jewish. I love them.
Okay, great.
All the Jewish men. My manager, she's my Jewish princess.
Okay.
Her and the Philly Jew from Philly.
Okay.
Yeah, I love her.
Love that.
I love her.
But no, that is true. So I took a job in Korea on a feature that I really connected with, and it was a good opportunity. But I was in character, meaning I had a full goatee. I had a ponytail man bun situation. Let me just put it this way. When I went to Hong Kong, people were very attracted to my look. But that time in Korea, that was the opposite of what, the baby boy K-pop idol.
They like a baby boy.
Yeah. So I knew then, I'm like, well, it's not going to be a social trip this time just because of the way I look.
Yeah.
And that was fine because I kind of almost closed that book on my Korean work at that time. And ironically, cliche as it sounds, when you don't expect it, it happens, right?
Yeah.
And
oh my God.
ironically,
I love that. In Chinese, we say 无心插柳柳成荫，用心栽花花不开. It's like I use all my heart and soul to plant this beautiful flower day and night, pouring all the love, all the nutrition, and water and sunshine into it. Does not bloom. And the one time I was just out of nowhere, I threw a piece of a willow tree branch on the ground. It grew into a huge, beautiful, strong tree.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Wow, that was like a novel. But you just made me feel very American and dumb.
Yes,
literally, I just said, when you don't plan on something, it happens, and you just went into this whole figurative.
Yeah, it's personal.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
No, thank you for making me
so
feel
you
very.
had the goatee and the ponytail.
Right, and not quote unquote stereotypically attractive in Korea. At that time,
I love how comfortable we are. Not quote unquote attractive in Korea.
Right.
At that time.
Maybe somewhere else.
The week later, I was the hottest thing ever. But like just that week, it just all the K-pop boys, the BTS are in the bar. They are getting the girls. But
I couldn't compete.
On Monday, daddy's home.
Yeah. Well said. Well said. And you said it. Thank you for saying that.
It's just the look. It's not that.
No,
it's gold
it's
everywhere.
Literally. It's the cover.
Yes.
And that's actually speaking, which is funny because that's how I know my wife really loves me.
Because she likes you when you are not the look that.
Right. Like she looked like this beautiful Korean woman that I thought, she was working for Samsung at the time, but I thought she could have been a stewardess on Korean Airlines.
Oh,
that was the image I got, right?
Yeah, the stewardess on Korean Airline are beauty queen level.
Yes.
I can't get hired. They have to be perfect.
Right.
It's insane.
Right. So you had her over there, and I was over here, looking like a hot mess in Korea, literally, and trying to hide my hair in a beanie and do all, I wore black. I tried to cover it up as much as I could, and it didn't work. And long story short,
who made the move?
I think I made the move because she was trying to leave. Like she was like, oh, I have to, it was like 9 p.m. This is real personal, but I don't mind sharing with you. It was like 9 p.m. and she taught English on the side.
Oh.
And she's like, I have to go teach English via Zoom. And I'm like, you're such a liar. It's 9 o'clock on a Thursday. And she really did. And so I literally told her, I said, oh, how long is your Zoom? Because I'm kind of smart, right?
And in a hotel?
Right? No, it was at a coffee bean.
Oh, coffee bean.
Yeah.
Oh, coffee bean.
Yeah,
God.
yeah. And so I said, how long does it take? She's like, oh, 45 minutes. I said, I'll just wait.
Wow, daddy.
Yeah.
That's I'm just going to wait.
Yeah, and so she got stuck because she couldn't lie. Because she couldn't then say, well, I actually have another one. Because I said, oh, so you have your Zoom at 9? How long? She said, 45 minutes, and then I'm done. I'm like, oh, I'll just wait.
Yeah.
So I had another coffee, and I waited, and we went to go eat. We met up with friends, and the rest is kind of history.
Wow.
So it worked out.
Coffee beans.
No, coffee bean.
I think Coffee Beans should sponsor you guys for your anniversary. You
know what's funny? We need to get this out there.
You have to.
If you can help me, I'll give you 10%.
Oh,
I'll give you 20%.
20%.
Yeah, okay.
We're getting 20% for the coffee bean thing. We're talking to Coffee Beans. You guys should sit there for your anniversary for that. That'll be so funny.
You know what? I never thought of that. That's hilarious.
Cut it out. I just got this. Right?
Right.
You should get.
So she was the first person that I felt I needed as far as to, and I like I told you, I don't want to bring in somebody to my life and negatively affect them. I want it to be positive. So when you asked, did she meet me before I started my career? She actually met me at a really good point where I had momentum, right?
Yeah.
And I love
that.
The short story is, I was working on location a lot. And so I was like, hey, I gotta go here. You want to? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. She's like, wow, this is fun. This is not easy, but wow, this is what he does. But she didn't see, which I'm so glad, the years before that it took to get the momentum going.
I felt a little similar because I had a hard time my divorce, and then starting comedy is so hard. I bought a club. I was hustling, struggling. I invest in my career. I would, when I have 5 minutes in New York, I want to establish myself in New York comedy scene. I would invest the money to buy the flight, pay for the hotel, and fly there every month.
Right.
To just develop myself and keep auditioning and getting the clubs. It took me 6 months to really become established in New York comedy scene. So I can be more respected in LA. It's just like two coasts, If you are doing good in LA, nobody give a fuck about you because everybody's doing good. But if you do good in New York, it's like, oh,
right.
she's doing well in New York. But in New York, like, yeah, she's okay. But like, it's like back and forth. Just
Right.
keep expanding your horizons and keep going to places you are no one.
Right.
And then develop it from the ground zero. Like, I like to develop from nothing.
Right.
I don't want to be like, oh, they know me, she got spots. I want to place like, oh, who the fuck are you? So I can be like, let me show you what I can do. They give me spots.
I appreciate that.
I love that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I feel like for me to like getting a relationship recently, like, it's just like I feel so much better. I'm at a place like I have momentum. I'm going.
Right.
Like I have like I found who I thought I was.
Right.
I feel like it would be harder for me to at a place like I don't know who I am yet.
Right.
It's just gonna be very difficult because if you don't know who you are, it's just like it's very hard for a relationship to survive. It's like I don't know. I felt that way. We're also very Chinese.
Right.
Like we're like we're like the tiger or lion who got injured. We just hide in the cave and lick our wound until we recover. Like, I can provide again.
Right. I love that.
Yeah, I love that.
I'm gonna use that.
Right?
Yeah, and she's the furthest thing removed for entertainment, so it's always refreshing.
So what is she her career?
Well, she was working for Samsung in Korea,
nice.
which is funny because I think the stereotype is to always find a significant other that works for Samsung, because that means like, they're bringing in the money and they're very educated, and the top elite of Koreans go back to Korea or stay in Korea and work at Samsung. I was never looking for that Samsung girl. Okay.
I wasn't looking for the money.
Yeah, I
wasn't. You were a stewardess.
Right?
I wasn't gonna take care of your girl, but if you're gonna bring me Samsung money,
I just wanted an upgrade. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna say no.
Yeah, exactly.
I love Samsung. I hosted the New Year's Eve dinner event for Mickey Lee.
Oh, nice.
For like the 2024.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody was there.
Oh no, you're at the top, Jiaoying.
Yeah, Dustin Hoffman and his wife, and I mean everyone was there. Like they were just like, I was a little like a nobody. I was on stage being funny and nonstop. The mic is not working. I'm doing funny shit.
Yeah.
Then Jen Fonda, like everybody's watching me, thinking I'm funny. I'm great. Like all of those like people I would never feel like they would know me.
Oh, that's
but they
awesome.
get to see me being me.
Right.
And they just came to me and tell me that how funny they think I was. I was just. It was just so humbling.
Well, I think you just said fumbling, mic problem. That's you're just being you, and that's truth, right? And I think people, especially in our industry, we really appreciate truth, because there's so much gloss, and there's so much layers added, and we never get to really see who the real person is. I mean, that's why this opportunity to be on this podcast is fantastic.
I love that.
People judge you by your on stage, or they judge me by my characters I play. But only like my close friends know who I really am.
I was thinking about you when I bought this book, actually, Hollywood Chinese. I got it in San Francisco in this little Chinese-owned bookstore.
Okay.
This is basically all the history of the Chinese-American actors in the history.
Interesting.
And I felt like, you're feeling right there.
Oh my God, I didn't even see that. I love that.
It's great. It was from, I think it's Max Lan, he took me there. He's also Christine's friend in San Francisco.
Okay.
He works for he works a lot of charity. Like Asians are strong.
Oh yeah.
Asians are strong, and Stand With Asians with Mark Young.
Right.
Yeah, it's all those group people.
Small community.
It's very, very small, and he really wanted to show me this little cute bookstore, and I ended up buying 5 plants. My mom like plants. I bought 5 of them.
In a bookstore.
In a bookstore, they have plants. They're like it's all plants from the bookstore. I'm like, how much?
Wow.
No, it's not for sale. I said, how much?
So you're buying like set pieces.
Yeah, they're like, well, if you can do 65, I said, okay.
In a Chinese bookstore.
Yeah.
I love it.
I bought the 5.
I love it.
This one is actually, it's like we just got it. It's like the first plant for the, it's good for the feng shui for the store. I can't really sell it. I'm like 100. She goes, take it.
If that's not Chinese, I don't know what is.
She goes, take it. I'm like, okay.
That's awesome.
I said, can I have the vase too? She goes, no, that's for my grandma. My grandma's vase. My grandpa's ashes in there. I'm like, 200? She goes, take it.
Hey.
So I'm like, okay.
There's a will, there's a way, right?
Yeah.
Good for you.
I just want my mom to be happy.
Don't we all?
If I bring her plants and flowers, she's be happy for 2 days.
Right.
2 days.
Well, those are some great days, though.
Yeah. So, what does mom do?
Mom has spent her life raising my 2 twin brothers who are younger than me and myself, getting us to be able to fulfill our first childhood dreams, which was to play Division I collegiate football. Wow. I was able to play at Yale. My brothers were able to play at USC. Oh, wow. They won 2 national championships. with Pete Carroll and Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart and all those guys, and really put their name on the map in collegiate football history.
I think you really should talk to your wife about sending your sperms.
About that?
Because you'll be like, if anyone wants a half Asian baby,
right,
or pure Asian
right.
baby,
Wow,
handsome,
okay.
law school, Yale, football, and movie star, TV
but that's
star,
the scary part, though, because if they're not, right, then it's like they're automatic failure, right? And so, like, so here's the thing. I've had goals, but my parents, especially my mom, really paved the way and kept me in my lane. You know, so now that I'm, so old, I look back and it makes me exhausted thinking about how she had to deal with us. Because the one thing that my parents both did when we were young is we never had free time. Like, I think about it more as I get older, because I catch myself saying, I need to have some free time right now, to decompress, to get ready for the next project. If I said that to my dad or my mom when I was like 13, they'd be like, you have your whole life to decompress, shut up and go. You know what I mean?
Lazy.
Exactly.
Don't be lazy, don't be weak.
And you know what? That kept me out of trouble, because I never had time to think. It was just do. Literally, from the minute school got out, we had, for example, in the fall, we would go, school would get out at like 2:50. I would have flag football practice for my school. I would get in the car. We would go to Taekwondo practice. Then we'd get back in the car, eat dinner, and go to Pop Warner practice, which is full contact football for little kids. It's like Little League football, basically. And we'd get home by 9, and then it's like start homework. And then I would get a certain limit, because my dad's like, you need to rest so you can do it again tomorrow.
Yeah.
That was on repeat, even through Yale, because when I got to Yale, not only was the academic schedule very difficult, but now football became a job. So it wasn't until like I was in my early mid-20s that I experienced like, hey, like I have 3 hours.
That's true.
Like, what are we gonna do? You know what I mean? So now I look back as the years keep going, and my mom's this small Japanese American.
How tall is she?
She's 5'2" on a good day. And so, well, how tall are you? How tall are you? Sorry.
So I lie about my height. It depends.
Okay, so
it's not my fault. Okay,
no.
I wasn't gonna lie. Okay, I'm 5'3".
Okay, so she's shorter than you. Okay.
A little bit, but the problem is like I wrote a 5'4" for the casting, for a commercial casting.
Well, you can wear shoes.
Yeah,
you can
but the girl
5'7".
in front of me, she's 4'11". She said she's 5'8".
Oh no.
So everybody's 5'8".
Right.
And I said I'm 5'2", 5'3". They think I was a midget.
Oh,
so I had to change it, because everybody lie about their height.
Right.
So for
I feel
comedy,
like you're getting recruited.
Yeah, for comedy, I'm so happy because my height doesn't matter. It's in my mouth. This Instagram models, they're just like so tall and skinny.
Right,
they're like 5'8" minimum.
Right.
They are tall and pretty, But I'm different from them because I make money from what is coming out my mouth. They make money from what coming in. So that's the difference, and that's why I don't have to be tall. Also,
very true.
Yes. Also, my man is tall, so
there you go. There you go. Yeah.
We have baby short. It's not my fault.
No. You got the gene.
Yeah, I tried for you, son, and you are not 6 feet tall. It's really not my fault. I tried. I could fuck a 5 feet tall rich guy who's bald.
Right.
You have your chance.
Right.
You did not swim fast enough, you fucking loser. If you swim fast enough, you can have the height. I don't have to be like you know what? I was selfish. And I'll be like, no, I tried. Yeah. I tried to give you everything.
No.
The good hair, the height.
Let them know too. Let them know. Even if they are tall, let them know.
Yeah, you could be taller because because you eat more. You eat better, you drink better, but you're still shorter.
Oh my god.
If you are not taller than your dad.
Not your fault.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, you bring shame to me and our dynasty.
Right.
Yeah. I just want to make sure I give them, my future children, whatever they have. And whatever they can dream of.
Right.
And if they fail, I'm like...
No, that's why you can go to sleep at night.
Yeah, I
There's
can
no
sleep
guilt.
well. I have no guilt. And I have to use... It's like cry. Like, the thing I have to suffer to be with a tall man with good hair. Do you know the thing I have to do? Do you know that? Do you know that? Mommy, look at mommy's knee. Look at the callus. It's for you. If I had a short, ugly guy, I don't have to give him blowjobs. I just sit there.
Let them know at a young age, so when they get older, they'll recall it, and they'll be like, "Now I get it."
No, mommy did everything she can to give me, for me to win the the DNA lottery.
Right.
Yeah. If I didn't win, I'm a loser. Yeah. Initially, you have to swim fast as a sperm and egg, right?
Right.
The good one survives.
Survival of the fittest.
Yeah, the weak, lazy ones.
Right.
Who who take 3 hours break when they are 13, they fail.
Right.
They got defensive and they start shooting schools because they felt
Oh
like
God. Okay.
Isn't that crazy? It's like when the kids are they are so spoiled in America sometimes. Their parents don't tell them you are okay. You are not special.
Right.
If you score a C,
right.
You are normal. You are not a genius.
Right.
People use genius. I'm like Albert Einstein was genius.
Right.
Other than that, we are okay. Just stop. My son is a genius. No, he's not.
Right.
In the background, he's I see it. He's not a genius.
Get it together.
It sucks. Yes.
I love that. You're a good mom for that.
I'm honest with my son.
Yeah.
I'll be like, Winston, he was, he just, whatever he does, I just be like, Winston, use 2 hands. Real men use 2 hands.
Right.
One hand, I don't want to say it, but it's like half-ass everything.
Okay.
Yeah, right? Like don't half-ass things.
No, that's good.
Your hand is supposed to get dirty.
I think
for you as OCD,
lucky.
what happens if you have a kid and they are playing with mud? And then they put their finger in the white.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Yeah. Well, that is a hypothetical. So
is it gonna hurt you? Your heart? It's like, oh, your white, beautiful Maltese.
Right.
Dirt.
Oh yeah, we have a process for that.
Why is your dog so white?
Because we keep them nice and clean.
They look really pretty.
Thank you.
What? Well, she's Korean though. The Korean lady.
It's my wife. I give it all. Like she has a routine, and it's funny because people that know
too.
Every night because our former Maltese I adopted, and she had really bad teeth decay and gum problems, which costs a lot of money to get that fixed. You got a new one? Yeah. Well, she passed, and then we got the 2 little ones we have now. So we've had them technically since they were born, and so they're trained. They enjoy being clean. They enjoy getting their teeth brushed. My wife has a routine, and there's very few people in our lives that have witnessed it because she does it late at night, and she does everything from massaging them to brushing their teeth to grooming them before they. She's a champion. Do you get a treatment too? Me? Yeah. She's gonna kill me. She loves our Malteses. I'll just put it to you like that. She loves them. She loves me too, you know? But like those are our babies. So I fall for her every time I watch her care for them because it's so impressive to me. You know what I mean? And that's why when I post them, I act like these are mine, you know? They're mine, but she's again behind the scenes. Yeah. She's behind the scenes with me. She's behind the scenes with the dogs. Yeah.
So the hair and the outfit is all her.
Everything.
Yeah. I mean, Korean knows fashion. They do.
Yeah.
They are so good. They are like a.
And I learned that they know that.
Meticulous. Very meticulous.
Definitely.
Yes, Korean women. I think the Korean women get me because they look soft and pretty, but they are hardcore. They are monsters. They will.
Couldn't say it better.
They will kill someone for you.
Oh yeah.
They will do it. And they won't even. They just be like.
Oh, that is so true.
It's serious.
I use that in my craft. You know, when I have to give that same face, people are like, "Oh my God, where's that from?" Yeah, it's the first time I'm saying it. Yeah, I get it from the Korean side. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I'm serious. And the Japanese women, they are just they are Japanese. Korean women can be mysterious. You don't know if they are Chinese or Japanese or Korean. But the Japanese, they are Japanese. You know, like their eyes are Japanese eyes. Let me show you the Japanese eyes. Arigatou gozaimashita.
That is great. That is great. You know what? Yeah, you're right. Japanese.
You can see a Japanese eye.
Yes,
the eyes are
100%.
The Korean eyes are like.
Wow. You know what's? This is great because
Chinese eyes are like, where's the money?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Chinese girls like.
Yeah.
Is your friend richer?
Yeah.
Hi, Rich. Is your brother richer? Oh no, he's not. Okay. Ew! Wow.
Yes. So back to me.
How much money is he making with the football thing?
I don't know, but back to me.
Oh, is he taller?
Back to me.
Okay. That's a Chinese girl. Like that's what we do. Like, okay, we are looking at you, but like it's like looking over the shoulder. Oh, somebody richer is coming.
Right.
That's just. I'm not cheating on you, but I just want to make sure I put them in the roster. So
right.
You not lock me down. I can compare to your friends, not to fuck you. Not to fuck them, just like, do you know how much I gave up to be with you? Because your friend has so much money, and he was hitting on me too.
Different models.
I didn't do anything. I didn't do nothing. So that's.
You know everything so well. It's fantastic.
I know the Japanese eye. It's a crazy eye.
Right.
It's like a. They are so pretty. Like they.
Right. It throws you off a little bit if you're not used to it.
Yeah.
Right.
The Koreans are just they are just like they have the resilient eye.
Right.
They will do whatever for their mom. They'll be skinny, they'll be white, they have the perfect hair. Like Korean girls can't slouch. When I see a Korean girl slouch, I'll just kill her. To put her out of her misery because she's getting bullied and abused by everyone in her. She knows. All the Korean girls are like this.
Yes. Yeah. Shoulders back.
Yeah.
Chest out.
Yeah. Chinese girls are like we kind of like we don't know how to look pretty, so we're like most of us give up. Just like I'm like, you are in Chanel, bitch. Just get your shit together. Don't slouch. You are ruining your coat, right?
I hope the audience listening to this can appreciate your attention to detail because it's flawless. And again, I love it. You're saying it. I'm listening. I'm somewhat agreeing to everything you're saying. Yes, I am. But wow, impressive. Because I feel like maybe if you're not Asian, you're watching this, right? And you're seeing all these amazing qualities you're portraying, it kind of just goes over their head. Yeah. Right? But I know for a fact if you are Asian of Asian descent, you
have to understand what we're talking about. And then us making fun of other Asians is a good thing because you guys know we are not the same person.
Right.
It's very, very different. Chinese, Korean, Japanese, like we all don't like each other. But like we really don't, not nice to the Filipinos. But they are actually the hotter ones in America. The Filipinos with their skin, the lip, the hair. They are actually the hottest one in America right now. But in Asia, somebody calls, it's like, your daughter look Filipina. My mom was like, not. Did you see? She look Filipina. I'm like, did you just say Filipina? It was a fight.
Yeah.
I'm like, Mom, that's actually good. It means I'm hot.
Right.
You'll never be hot.
Well, what's hot here may not be hot there. What's hot there may not be hot here, right?
Yeah, just be hot here.
Right.
In your heart.
Thank you.
And find a guy who thinks you're hot.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think that's important.
Amen to that.
100%. Yeah, I really felt like what else I want to talk to you about? Can you tell me when is the moment you know that you are an amazing fucking actor and that is your mission to fucking do it all the way?
Okay, I'll answer part of that. The first part, to know I'm an amazing actor, I will not allow myself to ever think that. And that's, again, a throwback to my mom and to my wife because they keep me in check all the time.
2 Asian women.
Yeah.
Humbling, rich.
I'm very lucky for that.
You are.
And I know that.
Great mother, great wife, and 2 cute Maltese.
Right.
I think Liz Taylor is gonna come out of her grave and steal Maltese.
That would be an honor.
You can try to take them, but give us the jewelry.
Right.
Give us the jewelry.
Right. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I think the second part to that question, when I thought like it was when I thought I made it as an actor, or like
at that moment you're like, oh wow, that is. That's what I'm gonna be doing for the rest of my life.
Right. I think it happened around 2015-ish for me in my career. So not too far ago, but it was when I started booking a lot of like top of the show guest stars, and it allowed me a chance to be on major network platforms with really qualified and accomplished actors. And I started to feel that, because I don't know how you are, but, I think there's nervousness with everything, right? And a lot of it's good. I embrace nerves, right? I think it's good. I think if you don't have it, something's wrong.
Yeah, nerves have the similar feelings as excitement.
Right.
So whenever I feel nervous, I transfer into I'm excited.
Right.
I'm just fucking excited.
Right.
I just think it's same. Our body is like excited.
Right. In a good way. It's positive.
Yeah.
Right. And I think once I started feeling the positive nervousness, like the anxiousness to work with these people, as opposed to like, oh my God, I'm gonna work with so-and-so, like, right? I felt this comfort, and I can't pinpoint exactly where, but I've had the luxury of being able to embrace a set, meaning when there's 150, 200 people working and you see it, of course the cameras only see you or me or both of us, right? But when you see all these people working and you see all these big time producers and you see, your main director and all these amazing actors, it started to calm me down. And I started to feel really relaxed. And that's kind of when I felt like this is me.
Because
like
you feel like back to the team.
Yes, right.
Your team players.
Right, I love that. Yes, thank you.
They are there for you. They want the best for you.
Also, like you said, I'm they're all here to shoot me.
Yeah.
So I better not screw this up, right? I better be prepared. Like there's a lot of money on this shot, right? And everyone has a life. Everyone here has a family.
That's the business side of you.
Right, exactly. So I love, this is a callback to everything we've been talking about. And like I said, I think it was on 2015, 2016 where I felt that. And in my head, I didn't feel like, oh, I made it. But I felt like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
I think you're gonna be a person after your first Oscar. You're like, yeah, but there's are people with 2 Oscars. It's great, but let's bring it home. Let's just go back to work.
I think, you know, with all your progress you make in the constant elevation, you know, you set new goals.
Yeah.
At the same time, I think there's this, you have to straddle this line between setting new goals, but also appreciating where you are at that moment.
So
because,
important.
You know, there's that saying where like where you are now is someone's dream, you know, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Right. Or literally in that moment.
Yeah.
You know?
Even our own dream.
Right. Yeah.
And
so,
this December is the first time I actually took time off. I'm home like for 2 weeks doing nothing.
Great.
And I just love it so much.
That's a win.
I've never done. I am a workaholic. I never done that before. It just for you like you have 3 hours. You're like, oh my god, what do I do now?
Right.
It's like I'm conditioned to be like that because I wanted to take care of people I love, and I feel I'm never enough. I want to get better, and then also like I'm a little crazy. I'm not organized. My mind just like when I do something, I forgot. Like my mom would go Jiaoying, I'll be like, huh? I don't remember. I don't hear anything. If I'm in my own world. I just don't feel it.
Not crazy. You just have a lot going on.
Yeah, I'm a little crazy. It's okay.
No, but that 2-week vacation, I'll celebrate that with you because that's a huge accomplishment.
It's huge. I never thought I would do it.
And people don't understand that in our business because, you know, they see you traveling, right? You're touring. You're in Guam, you're in Hawaii, you're in New York, right? People are like, oh God, you're so lucky. But they don't understand like you're on all those cities. You're not out there like on a beach, like, I have a week off, right?
Yeah.
Personally, last year, because of the strike, because of the SAG strike in 2023 to this past year, was the first time I took a vacation with my wife. And people don't like our friends don't, they're like, oh, you're always somewhere. Yeah. Right? But they don't understand when I'm somewhere like you, I'm locked in.
Yeah, working.
It's a work trip.
Yeah.
Like, man, we can go eat at this nice restaurant or we can go walk by this cool thing, but I'm right back.
Yeah.
Right? Because SAG shut down. Mentally, I could check out.
You were forced.
Yeah, I was forced, right? And I was like, okay, so let's take it. But even the vacation became a work vacation, right?
I know. I can totally see that. I was going to go to Hawaii on March for vacation. Then I was like, Blue Note, do you want to give me a night? They're like,
I love Blue Note. Shout out to Blue Note.
Yeah,
Blue
love Blue Note.
Yeah.
I love Blue Note. They're like, sure. Then I just, that's what I did. This is so sweet. So I have one question. What does your classmate in Yale think of you when they see you? Do they send you something?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, that's a question for them. But to be honest, Yale, I'm very humbled because again, when I started getting a lot of momentum and visibility a few years ago, around 2016-ish, the athletic department reached out and the football department reached out and they hosted me back at a game and they featured me, you know, in their athletic magazines and, you know, blasted a lot of stuff about me, you know, to the Yale alumni community. That was very touching, you know, because even though Yale is very small and it's an intimate college, meaning there's only so many people per class that they admit, it's still a lot of people. And there's so many incredible things that they all do. Like whether it's, I mean, there's one girl, not to drop her name, but she's literally in Syria right now as a journalist for CNN. And I'm watching CNN as the Syrian thing is happening and she's on the front lines. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so-and-so. What the hell? You know, and that's just one example. Other people are politics, you know, government, business, law, medicine, whatever. So my point is, we're all doing good things, quote unquote. But my close friends have been, you know, they've always supported me. They've been rooting for me. They love, I mean, I feel old now, but they love like showing their kids what I do and being like, that's Uncle Rich, you know? And they're like, oh my gosh, you know?
Become Uncle Rich when you grow up.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Uncle Rich.
I don't know about that. You gotta ask some of my friends.
Be rich.
I don't know. I don't know if they're telling that message, but
well, they want them to be rich.
Well, yeah, of course. I don't know if they want to be rich though.
I don't want to brag,
I mean?
but the Yale Daily reached out to me to write an article about me about a Chinese female comedian taking over. I mean, that's what she said. But
fantastic.
That's the closest that I got to Ivy League.
Oh, that's deep. Yeah, what are you talking about? That's not close. That's you're in.
Mom, look at this. She goes,
yeah. There it is. Well, if I can help, I'll
She didn't talk for 2 weeks. I saw her crying.
Yeah.
In the Shuan talking to my grandmother, so I knew.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you. I will do whatever I can in my network to make more happen for you at Yale.
Yeah, I will.
It's a great community. No, that's awesome. The Yale Daily, that's big.
Yes, I think my daughter can go there.
Hey, let's get her in.
Yeah, she has to get in. Oh, Uncle Rich can write a letter.
I would be happy.
She can do something cool.
I mean, hopefully by then they know everyone knows who I am, and they're like, of course.
Household name.
They'll probably be
household name.
I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah, the new Bruce Lee of our 2000.
I mean, that's the man. I can't. My name can't be used in that same sentence.
Well, he would be proud of what you do.
I would love that.
So proud.
I would love that.
And then Shannon Lee was talking to me. She goes, "Do you know what my father would say to you? Be who you are, exactly who you are. And
right.
Be all of you.
Right.
And who you are.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I think Bruce Lee, first of all, he's so proud of that she made warriors. And
right.
You are so amazing warriors.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
so
I appreciate
amazing.
That.
Representing. Well, can you tell my fans where they can find you? And what show is going on right now?
Right. So right now, well, you can find me on all social media platforms at Rich Ting World. I try to stay as active and responsive to all my fans and followers as much as I can. Right now, actually, we just finished. It's still streaming, but Tulsa King season 2 with Sylvester Stallone. It was a weekly episodic release, but all 10 episodes for season 2 are now on Paramount Plus's platform. And coming soon, January 9th, is going to be my main show, which is called On Call. Ooh. It's Dick Wolf, who's the creator of Law & Order and all the Chicago shows. It's his 10th show, his first streamer. It's called On Call. It's Long Beach Police Department. We're shooting West Coast, finally. Ooh. And I play Officer Tyson Koyama, the team leader of the drug enforcement team. So
I'm so excited.
Good cop.
Good cop. That's good. That's good. I'm so I will try to see if I can be a criminal on the show.
We would love to have you.
You have to arrest me.
We would love to have you.
Yeah, that'd be great. I am in Cleveland, Ohio, December 27th, January 9th, 12th, Covina, California, January 15th, Pasadena, the Ice House, January 16th, 18th, Plano, Texas, Dallas, February 7th, 8th, Stamford, Connecticut, February 13th, 15th, San Diego, California. Let me see if I can.
Everywhere.
Yeah, all the places. And I think February 19th, I'm in Vancouver, Canada. And I think right after that, it will be Calgary, Canada. March 21st, 22nd, Arlington, Virginia. April 2nd, Brisbane, Australia. Wow. April 4th, Melbourne, Australia. April 6th, Sydney, Australia. May 9th to 11th is Naples, Florida. SummersComedy.com. See you on the road and follow Rich and check out his show on Amazon and a new show On Call.